once this year, and we lost to them 11-1 on the 15th of March. So Bulldogs looking to come back and defeat them this time.
Shortstop wearing number 9, Michaela Lujan.
Just going to look up something here on the phone real quick. Tried to get it all done, but I didn't.
Batting third, number 24, your pitcher, Kaden Apodaca. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 7, Kinsley Rodriguez. Batting fifth, number 14, your catcher, Jenna Whitmire. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 5, Brooklyn Fuentes. Batting seventh, number 12, your right fielder, Tessa Yates. Batting eighth, number 16, the designated player, Leslie Molina. Batting ninth, number 2, the second baseman, Ariana Montoya. And in the flex position, number 10, playing center field, Janae Molina. If everyone would please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats.
All right, welcome everybody to the Artesia Lady Bulldog softball tournament. We're going to go straight into our national anthem right now, and then we'll be back right after this. YouTube or the KSVP.com watching the live streams. However you're watching tonight, we appreciate you tuning in. This is Robbie Ballou, and we've got the good one for you tonight with Artesia Lady Bulldogs taking on the Cobre Indians. Cobre comes in tonight 4-2 on the year. They're ranked second in 3A, or in 3A, and the Artesia Lady Bulldogs coming in tonight even on the year at 4-4. They're ranked third in 4A early in the season right now. We have seen Cobre once this year, and they defeated our Lady Bulldogs 11-1 in that first matchup on March 15th. So the Lady Bulldogs taking the field right now as they will be the home team. Cobre getting ready to come up to bat. As we've got number 1, Bella Seiss. She is the pitcher tonight. She'll be leading off for the Indians. And then number 9, Iva Ortiz is on deck. And number 13, Inseta Silva, is in the hole. On the mound for the Lady Bulldogs tonight is Kaden Apodaca. She's got a .48 ERA this year so far. So having a good season to start off this 2025 year for the Lady Bulldogs. As we get set to go, Seiss will step in on that right side. Everybody will get set. Umpire says play ball. And Apodaca with the wind in the pitch. And she holds back on that high outside for ball 1. Seiss coming in as a junior. She's a pitcher and a shortstop for the Indians. And that pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike 1. It evens count 1-1. Infield playing straight up on Scythe. Outfield also not too deep. Again, the wind is blowing out to left field here at about 12 to 14 miles an hour. So it definitely will help a fly ball going out to left field. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Counts 1 and 2 on Scythe. Scythe is a junior for the Indians. Apodaca gets the signal. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, dropped third strike. Whitmire will throw down to first for out number 1. And that
Now
will
batting center fielder number 9, Ava Ortiz.
that brings up Ava Ortiz, center fielder. Where's number 9? Apodaca with the wind and the pitch, and she Ortiz stood there for a while, and Apodaca took her time, so she stepped out. We'll reset. That pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Oh, he called it strike. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait on him. So that was strike on the inside corner. That's a little bit high and outside. Just a bit outside. Ortiz playing center field for the Indians tonight. And that pitch is high. That moves the count to 2-1. She also plays second base and shortstop, so she'll play all over the place for the Indians. On deck is Silva, the shortstop. There's a pitch, caught the outside corner for strike 2. So evens the count at 2-2. 1 out here in the first inning, top half of the first. Apodaca with the pitch. Went inside, and he's going to say she swung at it. So strikeout number 2 for Apodaca. Out number 2.
Now batting shortstop number 13, Yesenia Silva.
That'll break Yesenia Silva. All 3 have been from the right side so far. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Lady Bulldogs on defense. You got Apodaca on the mound, Whitmire behind the plate, Rodriguez at third, Lujan short, Leslie Molina at second, and Marquez at first. The 0-1 pitch. High and inside. Evens the count 1-1. In the outfield for the Bulldogs, you got Fuentes in left. You got Janae Molina in center, and Tessa Yates in right. There's a swing and a miss. Good inside pitch. So Apodaca goes up in the count, 1-2 with 2 outs here, top of the first. That pitch is hit straight up the middle, cut off nicely, but overthrown first base is Lujan. She had to go towards second and get that, and just overthrew Marquez over there. So
Now batting the catcher number 4.
Silva reaches first base on the air. Yeah. Kevin and I are in agreement. That was an error. I'll go with him. And then you got the number 4 hitter. Tovar's coming up, the catcher. That pitch is fouled back to the right side and goes over to the Indian dugout. Rodriguez will go get it for the Bulldogs. So 0-1 the count. Tovar's a senior for the Indians as there's strike 2. So Apodaca goes up in the count 0-2 with the runner at first base with 2 outs here, top of the first. Winding the pitch right down the middle. She gets her swinging for the 3rd out. So no hits, no runs, no errors. And at the end of the top of the first inning, score remains 0-0. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors. Be back with the Bulldogs first at bat.
Kubota Orange Days delivers the savings you need for the life you love. Shop a wide selection of equipment at your local dealer, including America's #1 selling compact tractor. And get your perfect match delivered to your door. Designed for comfort and built for performance. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
All right, welcome back, folks. Artesia Lady Bulldogs coming up to bat. Bottom of the first inning here, tied up 0-0. And coming up for the Lady Bulldogs, leading off tonight, Michaela Lujan. On deck is Marquez. And in the hole is Apodaca, who'll be batting 3rd. As Cobra's still warming up here. Sun is set, lights are on for this 7 o'clock game tonight. Actually started a little bit early. Michaela comes in tonight. Let me get back to the right page here. She's batting .389 on the year. 24 plate appearances. She got 7 runs on 7 hits, 5 RBIs, 1 double, and no triples or home runs this year. So Michaela in the very, very front of that box. That left foot is on the line. There's the pitch and a swing and a miss, strike 1. In the circle tonight for the Indians is Sice. So we line up for the second pitch. That's way outside. Evens the count 1-1. Michaela's senior this year. We've been calling her name out for several years now. One pitch, swung on a miss for strike 2. That pitch is just poked at because it was close enough. She felt like she needed to protect the plate, and it lands on the net. Out of play for foul ball. Count remains 1-2. For the Indians tonight, and somebody hollered at him. He heard you, Kevin. 1-2 pitch. Coming to Lujan. And there's a swing and a miss. So out number 1. And that'll bring up
first baseman number 17, Katrin Marquez.
That'll bring up Katrin Marquez, first baseman. Marquez on the year is batting .533, so over 500 so far. Outside for ball 1. She has 15 at-bats, 5 runs, 8 hits, 4 RBI, 4 doubles, and 1 home run on the year. See ball 2. Two 2-0 pitch from Sice. It's a high fastball swung on and missed. Marquez is a freshman starting for the Lady Bulldogs. That pitch right down the middle, and she missed it. That leaving the count at 2-2. Score remains 0-0 here, bottom of the first inning. Seiss with the 2-2 pitch. It was outside. We were all waiting. Everybody was holding their breath. Full count. Foul ball, that'll be back out of play. So we'll line up and do it again. As not once it hit that lip, will it? So stay up on the net. Oh, there. Yeah, wind did get it. It sure did. It was heading out towards first base. It did a 90 and headed back to the field. All right, full count. We'll line up and do it again. Right. Oh, did he call that a ball? It's inside. Okay. So, base on balls for Marquez. So that brings up Caden Apodaca to bat for the Lady Bulldogs. Apodaca on the year, 16 plate appearances, 14 at-bats, registered at-bats. She's got 3 runs, 7 hits, 8 RBI. It's called down the middle. She takes it all the way. 0-1 the count. She got 1 double and 2 home runs on the year. So number 3 hitter for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs, we got Rodriguez on deck. High fastball, evens the count at 1-1. So you got Kinsley Rodriguez on deck and Jenna Whitmire in the hole for the Lady Bulldogs. And we got Marquez at first with 1 out. Way outside, throw down to first, but stepping back easily is Marquez. Count will go to 2-1. Seiss with the wind in the pitch. That's inside, so good hitters count for Apodaca, 3-1. We'll see if Marquez takes off or not from first. Swing and a pop-up in the infield. Catcher's calling it, and she can't. Boy, that wind blew it back behind her as Tovar tried to sit under it and had a hard time. So count goes to full on Caden. Just under that pitch. Outfield playing very deep on Apodaca. There's a fly ball to center field. Ortiz will come up and make the catch. Marquez will stroll back to first. So that's the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, number 7.
As Apodaca flies out to center fielder.
Rodriguez.
So with 2 outs here and a runner on first, that brings up Kinsley Rodriguez, the number 4 hitter, playing third base tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. Foul ball back. She comes in tonight batting .375 on the year. She only has 8 at-bats, 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 RBI. Swinging another foul ball straight back, so she goes down quickly, 0-2. Having some good looks at it, though. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, 0-0 is our score. Got Marquez on first. And the 0-2 pitch. High and outside. That's a good pitch. Try to get her to chase it. 1-2 pitch. right down the middle, and she gets her swinging for the third out of the inning. So the Lady Bulldogs have no runs on no hits. They do leave one on base, but our score remains 0-0 after one. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors and be back with the top.
Going on at Honda. We have rates as low as 3.9% on select new Hondas, and we're also offering loyalty cash for our competitors' trade-ins. Not only that, I have over a dozen vehicles priced under $25,000, from cars, trucks to SUVs, different brands that are going to give you super low payments right here at Honda. So come see us.
Good afternoon, I'm Steven, Uncle Savings New Seal, and welcome to Roswell Hyundai. Listen, today we've got wonderful vehicles out here for sale, and listen, let me tell you something. If you find this golf ball sitting in any Palisade during your test drive this weekend, we're giving away $25 million in cash.
No, I told you we can't do that. Cut, let's do this again.
I don't understand, we're making this video then.
I told you we can't do
Never
that.
mind.
All right, we're back here, folks, on the top of the second inning. Coming up for the Indians, it's number 5, sorry.
Leading off the top of the second inning will be
And she's playing left field tonight.
left fielder number 5,
Anahi Madrid will come up. Apodaca with the wind in the pitch. Inside for ball one. Yeah. So the first inning, Apodaca struck out 3. 1 reached by error. But all 3 outs were strikeout swinging. 1-0 count. Fouled back. Evens the count at 1-1. So it was 61 degrees when we started this game, but it said it felt like 52. So I am glad we're up here in the press box. Everybody down below us has jackets and blankets, and they are huddled up. 1-1 pitch. Fouled out a play on the right side and missed the vehicles over there. 1-2 the count. It's Madrid. It's number 5 hitter for the Indians, and she is a senior. That pitch is low. Evens the count at 2-2. In the infield for the Lady Bulldogs, Rodriguez on third, Lujan on short, Leslie Molina on second, Marquez on first. 2-2 pitch from Caden. Well, she laid off that low fastball. That was a good job. Count goes to full. Outfield for the Bulldogs, Fuentes in left, Janae Molina in center, and Yates in right. So full count to the leadoff hitter for the Indians here in the top of the second. Score is 0-0. That pitch is inside, so she walks her.
now batting second baseman number
So the
8.
leadoff batter in the second inning here goes to first, and that brings up number 8, Maddie Tejas. Plays second base, and she is a senior for the Indians. She's got a right toe on the front of that batter's box. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So we'll see if the Indians want to try Whitmire behind the plate and stealing second. 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss for strike 2. Tejas playing second base tonight. Where Rodriguez is guarding that third base line, as well as Marquez at first. And umpire's going to appeal, and he's going to say that she swung. So it's a strikeout. Swinging.
Now batting first baseman
Out number 1 here in the top half of the second. And that brings up Isis Dominguez, the first baseman, with one out here. There's a swing and a miss for strike one. So there is an hour and 40 time limit on these games in this tournament. What that does is keeps the tournament moving, keeps everything on time. So once we reach that hour and 40 mark, we'll finish that inning, and that will be the game. Called strike one on the inside, strike two on the inside corner. So 0-2 pitch from Caden with one out here, top of the second, runner on first. It's a foul ball down to the right side over there by the Bulldog dugout. That ball was almost past her when she stuck her bat out there and just got it. Wind still a pretty good gust. It was about 12 to 15 miles an hour out towards left field, still blowing pretty good. There's another just kind of check swing foul ball. So we'll line up and do it again. Whitmire went and got it and gave it to Apodaca. So count remains 0-2. You got Dominguez on deck and Carrillo in the hole for the Indians. 0-2 pitch. She held her swing back on that low fastball, so ball one. Outfield playing about regular depth. High fastball that she also let go by, so evens the count at 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch from Apodaca swung on and fouled again on that right side. Dominguez is a sophomore for the Indians, and this is ISIS, as they also have, they're going to say that hitter, so she's hit by pitch.
Now batting.
So she'll go down to first base, and Madrid will go down to second. Oh, he did call it a foul ball. So I'll get my eraser out. And we'll line up and do it again with the 2-2 count. There's a swing and a miss for out number 2.
Now batting. Third baseman, number 20.
So that leaves Madrid at first. And that brings up Dominguez, third baseman. How'd you say that first name? Esmia. Thank you. Esmia. There's 2 Dominguez's, so we need to tell which one. There's ball 1. So 2 outs here, top of the second. Score is still 0-0. Runner on first, and there is called strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. First game in the tournament for both of these teams. We get a timeout at the plate. One pitch. Outside. Well, they're not trying Whitmire at all behind the plate with Madrid. Curveball inside that missed the inside corner. So 3-1 the count now, with 2 outs here. Caden waiting for the signal, Finally gets it. Called, strike 2. Good pitch by Caden. And then they throw over to first and get her out. Madrid got off too far, and they throw over there and tag her out for the 3rd out of the inning. So that will end the top half of the 2nd, as the Indians have no runs on no hits. They do leave 1 on base. Well, they actually don't. She got picked off, so no runs, no hits, no one left on base. Score remains 0-0. We're going to take a break and be back with the bottom half of the 2nd.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Hey guys, Aaron Dishman down here, Roswell Ford. Check it out. Have you heard about our mobile service van? That's right, a mobile service van. It'll come to you for all of your regular services and light repairs at no additional charge. That's right, guys. Whether you want to sit at home on the couch, we'll come to your driveway. You're stuck at work, can't make it in, we'll find you in the parking lot. It doesn't matter. Just give us a call. We'll get you scheduled ASAP right down here at Roswell Ford.
Right, coming up here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning for the Lady Bulldogs is Jenna Whitmire. Jenna is batting in the 5th spot for the Lady Bulldogs, wears number 14. She's batting .429 on the year, 7 at bats, 3 runs, 3 hits, 4 RBI, and 1 home run this year, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. On deck for the Bulldogs is Brooklyn Fuentes, and in the holes, Tessa Yates. Pitch from Sice, swung on, hit to the left side, grabbed by the shortstop, thrown over to first, and that was a good play from Silva over to Isis Dominguez for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, number 5, Brooklyn Fuentes.
And that'll bring up Brooklyn Fuentes for the Lady Bulldogs. Brooklyn this year is batting .500, 4 at bats, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 RBI. Batted in that number 6 spot. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So earlier today in action, we saw Alamogordo defeat Los Lunas 5-0. Robertson defeated Bernalillo, wow, 14-13. Goddard. Okay, Goddard beat Bernalillo 14-13. Yeah, yes, big defensive struggle there. And then Deming defeated Robertson 6-1 right before this game. That pitch is fouled hard to the right side. Strike number 2. I didn't know if I missed one while I was watching this, but we'll get it from the umpire. So we think it's 0-2 count. Oh, he called that one inside. He's not going to help us out. That's all right. All right, pitch to Fuentes. Swung on and missed for strike 3. It is now. It's in the book. That's the 2nd out of the inning.
Right fielder, number 12.
And that'll bring up right fielder number 12, Tessa Yates. Tessa batting .091 on the year, 11 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 double. Called strike one. On deck is Leslie Molina. And in the hole, Ariana Montoya. High and outside. Evens to count at 1-1. Score still 0-0. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. High. 2-2 the count. There's a foul ball back to the right side. We will line up and do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Another foul ball to the right side. So we'll line it up and do it again at 2-2. Now the count will be full for Tessa. Full count pitch. Fouled off to the right side. So a lot of the players and coaches will park over here on the right side, and every time there's a ball hit, we all look over there to see if it's going to hit one of the cars. Tree saved a car there. Full count. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. So Tessa goes down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. So Lady Bulldogs, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 2 complete innings, score remains 0-0. We'll be back after these messages.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Right, we're back here at the Mac Chase Complex. Score is 0-0 after 2 complete innings. Artesia Lady Bulldogs taking on the ladies from Cobre. Apodaca back in the circle. Again, she came in tonight with a .48 ERA. Leading off for the Indians is Esmia Dominguez. Ball 1. Now she was up to bat before, had a full count, and Artesia picked off Madrid on first base, so she's coming up to bat again here to lead off the 3rd. 1-0 pitch is high for ball 2. Well, Apodaca's got some good speed on the pitch, just missing. I say that, she got 5 strikeouts so far, but there's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. That's what a lot of people maybe don't understand is She's not trying to throw it down the middle. She's trying to hit the black on the plate. And just in the strike zone, high and low. And sometimes you just miss off of those. Dominguez will step out and look down the third base line and step back in. Swing and a miss for strike two. Evens count at 2-2. So 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So that is the first out of the top of the third. And that'll bring you up Alexis Carrillo, the right fielder for the Indians. And she is a junior outfielder. Only left-handed hitter that's come through the lineup, and she's number 9. So see if she slaps or not or bunts. She does come around, and she pulled it back and called strike one. As soon as she squared around, Marquez and Rodriguez were coming from the corners. That sends Leslie Molina to first in the bunt defense. Does it again. Pokes at it and misses it for strike two. So 0-2 the count. Caden with the wind in the pitch. High. And she missed it. Went by Whitmire. Whitmire chased it down to the net. Throws down to first to get the out. I don't think Carrillo even knew it went past her until somebody told her. So that is out number 2.
Now batting number 1, the pitcher, Bella Size.
Now we're back to the top of the order for Cobre as Bella Sice will come up, the pitcher. She struck out swinging the first inning. Low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch is high, all the way back to the net. 2-0 the count. Again, Sice just a junior. She's pitching tonight, but she'll also play shortstop. Right down the middle and a swing and a foul back. Count goes to 2-1. Surprise, I guess she got that rag in her back pocket. Two 2-1 pitch from Caden. Swing, there's a line drive past the second baseman all the way to the fence, chased down by Molina, but there's a double, a stand-up double for Sice.
Now batting center fielder number 9, Ava Ortiz.
First hit of the game for either team. So with 2 outs here in the top of the third, that's going to bring up Ortiz with a runner in scoring position. Ball 1. Where some umpires call it quickly, some just take their time, and this guy takes his time, so we're all just waiting. Don't want to assume from up here. Curveball, it catches the inside corner. Boy, that's a pretty pitch. See that thing curve from up here.
I took my time to signal. I made my call.
Yes. I like it. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. We got 2 outs here, top of the third, runner at second. And the count at 1-2 to Ortiz. It was taking a little bit to get the signal from the dugout, so Ortiz stepped out. Apodaca with a quick wind, foul back off the net. Count remains 1-2. So Ortiz stepping back in. It's a foul ball over us. Maybe Bradley caught it on top of the dugout. He wasn't paying attention, was he? So the count remains 1-2. Bradley gets the cold job tonight. Camera on top of the press box. Another foul ball off to the right side. Count remains 1-2. So that sun went down. So let's see what the temperature is now. There's a foul ball at the plate. So count will remain 1-2 with 2 outs here. So it says it feels like 52 out there with a 14-mile-an-hour wind. So I don't know what the wind chill is, but it's cold. 1-2 pitch. Oh, change up, just got her. Buckled those knees. That was a great pitch by Caden. Got her looking. So that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So on top of the 3rd here, Cobre had no runs, no hits. Oh, no runs on 1 hit. Runner stranded on second, but score remains 0-0. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Attention Roswell Coyote fans. Do you love your car? Well, Roswell Hyundai wants to help you.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, welcome back to the Mac Chase Complex. Thanks for watching here on KSVP TV, YouTube, or at ksvp.com. However you're watching tonight, we appreciate you tuning in. We got a nail biter here so far. Going to the bottom of the 3rd. And the score is 0-0. There's been 1 hit in the game so far. So we'll just say it's been really good pitching. Yeah, and it has. So coming up for the Lady Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 3rd should be Leslie Molina. Is that what you have? Okay. She's got her sweatshirt on. I couldn't check the number. Yeah, she's a designated player tonight. Leslie comes in tonight.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs.
She's batting .375 on the year. Got 16 at bats. She scored 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 double, and she fouls that first pitch off to the right. So Scythe's in the mound tonight. She's got 4 strikeouts. Only faced 7 batters in the first 2 innings. Ball 1. So she's keeping the Lady Bulldogs at bay right now. On deck for the Bulldogs is Ariana Montoya. In the hole is Janae Molina. Yeah, I had Janae going. That was a ball, so the count goes to 2-1. It's another foul ball off to the right. Count evens at 2-2. So Ariana Montoya is on deck, and then we go back to the top of the order. Michaela Lujan is in the hole. As Leslie Molina's batting for Janae Molina. Winding the pitch, the fly ball to right field. Actually, second baseman's going to move over, and Tejas camps underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman number 2.
And that'll bring up second baseman Ariana Montoya. Ariana is a senior for the Lady Bulldogs, and she comes in tonight batting .250 on the year with 8 at-bats, 1 run, 2 hits. Squares around a bunt, pulls the bat back, and it's called strike 1. So Dominguez at third base is going to play up in front of the bag now in case she squares around again, which she doesn't. Takes a cut and misses it for strike 2. So 1 out here, bottom of the third, and an 0-2 count to Ariana. High and outside, ball 1. The 1-2 pitch from Seiss. Outside. Trying to get her to chase that outside pitch, and Montoya did a good job of being disciplined and not swinging at it. Outfield playing very deep. Again, high and outside, and she lays off. Count goes to full. So a good job of working that count. It's Montoya. 1 out here, bottom of the third. Pitch called, strike 3. Good pitch by Seiss. Well, with that full count, you got to protect that plate. So that's the second out here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Michaela Lujan. Michaela struck out her first time at bat tonight. Called strike 1 on the outside corner. But again, Michaela comes in tonight batting .389 on the year, 18 at bats, 7 runs, 7 hits, 5 RBI, 1 double. Called strike 2. Seiss is painting that outside corner on Lujan, so she's going to have to protect the plate now. 0-2 count. 2 outs, nobody on. That's too far outside. Just hard to do. You got 2 pitches on that outside corner called for strike, and then one's a little bit further, and you lay off of it. 1-2 the count. So you laid off of that high fastball. Count evens 2-2. Kayla again in the front of that batter's box. Count goes full. Got Marquez on deck and Apodaca in the hole for the Lady Bulldogs if we can keep this going with 2 outs. Full count pitch. Indians thought it was strike 3. Lujan goes down to first with a walk.
Now batting, first baseman.
So that'll bring up Katrin Marquez playing first base tonight for the Bulldogs. 2 outs here. Lujan on first. Marquez batting .533 on the year. She's got 4 RBIs. She pops that straight up. Catcher's coming back looking at it, and it's too close to the net. Just couldn't get it. So it hit the net at the top, so she couldn't make a play on it. That's Tovar trying to get to it. So after all that, counts 0-1. Outside. 1-1 is the count. Marquez has 5 runs on 8 hits this year. Yeah, called. Yeah, I know. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. Sice working quick in that circle tonight. That's outside. Count goes to 2-2. Bulldogs have Lujan on first. Second base runner. There's a swing and a miss. So Marquez strikes out swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. Bulldogs have only had 2 base runners tonight, both of those on walks. So that will end the 3rd inning. Bulldogs, no runs, no hits, no errors. They do leave 1 on. Score remains 0-0. We'll be back with the top of the 4th after these messages. All right, welcome back to the Mac Chase Complex. Our score is 0-0 after 3. Artesia Lady Bulldogs tied up with the Cobre Indians. And that's going to bring up number 13, Silva. She reached in the 1st inning on an error by our shortstop Lujan, throwing error. So top of the 4th inning, swing and miss for strike 1. Apodaca with the pitch. Be high and outside, or just high. Either way, it's a ball. 1-1 the count. Tovar's on deck and Madrid in the hole for the Indians. Inside. 2-1 to count. Strike 1, or strike 2, sorry. I was looking at a note. Count evens at 2-2. See what Apodaca wants to do on 2-2. Tried that changeup and held on to it a little bit long. A little long. Count goes full. So full count to Silva, playing shortstop tonight. Foul ball on the right side, out of play. So full count to Silva. Inside, so she walks her. So the leadoff hitter here, top of the fourth, goes down to first. And that'll bring up Tovar, who struck out swinging in the first inning. She saw 3 pitches in the first inning. Swears around to bunt, pops it up in the air. Apodaca's going to dive and catch it. Great play by Apodaca as she came out of that circle quickly and had to dive Superman style out in front of her and catch that ball. It's out number 1. Silva had to go back to first on that. They're going to go out and check on Apodaca. She's laughing out there and saying, "I'm fine." So 1 out here, top of the fourth, runner on first. That brings up Madrid.
Now batting left fielder number 5, Anaí Madrid.
Madrid walked her first time up to bat. Able to check her swing on that high fastball is Madrid, so ball 1. Apodaca tonight so far has 8 strikeouts. One-oh pitch. Inside, ball 2. Boy, they're not testing Whitmire back there at all. Had 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th, well, actually the 3rd base runner on first base, and none of them have tried to go, as that pitch was low. So 3-0 the count to Madrid. Lined in the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. There's only been 1 hit in this game. That was Seiss, who had a double in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Good pitch back at Apodaca after being down 3-0. Yeah. It would have been. So full count here. Runner on first. Our score remains 0-0. The pitch swung on and foul tipped. Ugh. So the umpire is going to check on Jenna, as that may have gone off of her left arm, it looks like. So the umpires are going to get together and talk about something. As yeah, they're calling an illegal pitch on Apodaca, so Silva will move down to second. Coach Polito's out there talking to Apodaca with the rest of the infield. She's not questioning it at all, so she's probably telling her what she did. And that move, that put Madrid on first.
Number 8, Maddie Reyes.
We call that a walk?
I think that was.
Okay. So Madrid reaches on the walk. That puts runner first and second with Tejas up to bat. Squares around to bunt, fouls it back. Tejas struck out swinging in the first. So Cobre with 1 out here in the top of the 4th, runners at first and second, trying to get something going in this tied up game, 0-0. Squared around to bunt again. Puts a good bunt down first base. Marquez gets it, tags for the out, throws over to third, and back in time was Silva. It is the sacrifice bunt for the second out, but it did move the runners.
First baseman number 22, Isis Dominguez.
So that brings up Isis Dominguez, who struck out in the first inning, but she's got runners at second and third with 2 outs here in top of the fourth. So Apodaca with the pitch. Called strike one. Apodaca going to have to bear down here with runners at second and third. 0-1 pitch. Called strike two. Boy, that was a curveball that came away from the batter that time, but on that inside corner. 0-2. With 2 outs here, runners at second and third. Right down the middle, she gets her swinging for the third out of the inning. So Apodaca not messing around with 3 pitches with runners at second and third. So after the top of the fourth inning, no runs on no hits. Both of them reached by way of walk. No errors. Score remains 0-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth. Lady Bulldogs up to bat.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, welcome back here to the Mac Chase Complex. Cobre able to get runners at second and third in the top half of the fourth with 2 outs, but Caden struck out the batter to end the threat. Lady Bulldogs come up here in the bottom of the fourth, and it's Caden Apodaca. She flew out to center field her first time to bat.
Bottom of the fourth inning for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. It's the pitcher number 24, Caden Apodaca.
Caden coming into this tournament batting .500 on the year with 14 at-bats. She scored 3 runs. She got 7 hits. She has 8 RBI, 1 double, and 2 home runs. Like to see to get one out to left field right now. She was trying on that swing. Yeah. She had that left field swing with a ball that was low and away. That usually doesn't work out well for you. 0-1 the count. Well, there might be pitching away from her. So if you're going to hit it out, you're going to right field with it, which she can do. On deck for the Bulldogs is Rodriguez. Kinsley in the holes, Jenna Whitmire. Staying outside again, and she fouled that back. Scores, yeah. 1-2 is the count. See what Caden can do here as she watches that outside pitch, even the count at 2-2. Earlier action today, again, Alamogordo defeated Las Lunas 5-0. Goddard won a nail biter with Bernalillo 14-13, and then Deming defeated Robertson 6-1. 2-2 pitch. Swung on it. There it is. If it's fair, it's gone, and it's fair. There's a line drive home run for Caden Apodaca, and there's the first run of the game. Boy, she turned on that and hit it just just over the foul pole. I mean, it was to the right of the foul pole. It was higher than the foul pole. So, yes, right over the 200 mark. That was pretty.
Now batting third baseman number 7, Kinsley Rodriguez.
So Artesia scores first here in the bottom of the fourth inning on Apodaca's home run. So the Bulldogs lead now 1-0, and that brings up Kinsley Rodriguez. She struck out her first time up to bat. Bulldogs only going through their second time at bat here in the bottom of the fourth. Seiss with the pitch. Called ball 1. You got Whitmire on deck and Fuentes in the hole for the Lady Bulldogs. Swing and a foul back out of play. Even the count at 1-1. Kinsley comes in tonight with a .375 batting average. 8 at bats, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 RBI. Fouls that one back. Count goes to 1-2. So tomorrow, the Lady Bulldogs will be playing at 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And then noon on Saturday. Getting 4 games in this tournament. As that was ball 2. So we've got Deming at 2 o'clock tomorrow and Alamogordo tomorrow at 6, and then we play Bernalillo on Saturday. Thank you. That pitch is called a ball. Boy, she wasn't sure. Rodriguez was backing out, looking at the umpire, waiting like we are to see what he was going to call. Full count. No outs here. Swing and a miss. So Seiss gets her swinging for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting the catcher, number 14, Jenna Whitmire.
So Jenna Whitmire coming up. She grounded out to shortstop her first time up to bat. Whitmire comes in tonight batting .429 on the year. 7 at bats, 3 runs, 3 hits, 4 RBI, and 1 home run. There's strike 1. Fuentes on deck and Yates in the hole for the Bulldogs. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. That looked like Apodaca's first swing. So 0-2 to Jenna. Outside for ball 1. One-two pitch from Seiss. Inside. So Jenna goes even in the count, 2-2. Her first time up to bat, she had 1 strike on her when she grounded out to shortstop. Here's another swing and a miss for the second out of the inning as Jenna goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Brooklyn Fuentes. Brooklyn playing left field tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. Coming in batting .500 on the year. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 RBI. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Brooklyn just a sophomore. Inside for ball 1. Brooklyn first time up, struck out on a 1-2 count. Seiss right down the middle. And a swing and a miss. So back to a 1-2 count is Brooklyn. 1-2 pitch. Line drive to first base, but Isis Dominguez was there to make the play for the third out of the inning. So bottom of the fourth, Artesia Lady Bulldogs get 1 run off the home run by Apodaca. So they take the lead here 1-0. So after 4, Lady Bulldogs lead. We'll be back with the top of the 5th.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started. Find your path to a greater future with Eastern New Mexico University. If you're looking to take the next step in your higher education journey, both in person and online, Eastern New Mexico University is the place for you. ENMU is now accepting applications for spring 2025, so don't miss out on your opportunity to join more than 5,700 fellow Greyhounds on this exciting path to student success. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
All right, welcome back here to KSVPTV.com or on YouTube tonight. However you're watching, thanks for tuning in tonight. Bulldogs lead 1-0 going to the top of the 5th. And that brings up Esmia Dominguez. It's ball 1. She's batting in the number 8 spot. Boy, Apodaca wound up on that one, but it was just outside for ball 2. Got Carrillo on deck, number 9 hitter, and then we're back to the top of the order with Bella Seiss. Boy, Apodaca just kind of all over the place this first batter. Goes 3-0. So the Indians have had 5 base runners tonight, but the Bulldogs have been able to get out of those innings. High for ball 4. So 4 straight pitches and a walk for Dominguez.
Now batting right fielder number 00, Alexis.
And that'll bring up Alexis Carrillo. She's a junior outfielder, playing right field tonight. Only left-handed hitter, I think, in the game right now. There's a bunt down third baseline. Well played by Rodriguez. Throws over to Marquez. It does move the runner as we get a sacrifice bunt for Carrillo.
Now batting the pitcher number 1, Bella Seiss.
So did exactly what they wanted her to do. Move the runner, get her in scoring position for the top of the order. Seiss struck out her first time, and she doubled her second time up to bat. As we've got cars out in the outfield with the headlights on, and they're not paying attention, and well, they're driving away now. The first base coach was doing everything calisthenics to get their attention, and I guess she did. She waved him over. All right, here we go. Seiss inside. Wild pitch gets by Whitmire. Runner's going to advance down to third. So Dominguez goes on down to third on that wild pitch. It's ball 1. So Apodaca just taking a deep breath in the back part of the circle. Focus on the Seiss right now. High pops out of Jenna's glove, but not far from her. Count goes to 2-0. Dominguez walked on 4 balls and sacrifice bunt by Carrillo. And now it's 2-0 count to Seiss. Right down the middle and fouled back. Count goes to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Inside. Again, pops out of Jenna's glove. She's looking at the glove like something's wrong with it. 3-1. Ball 4. Throw down to third, but Dominguez is back. So now Seiss on first. Dominguez on third. 1 out. And that brings up Ortiz. She has struck out twice. Once in the first and once in the third. We'll see if Seiss goes to second. Corners are playing in. That pitch is low for ball 1. I would think Seiss would go, put pressure on the defense. So let's see if she goes on this 1-0 pitch. Still doesn't go. Boy, Apodaca, hard time finding the strike zone right now. 2-0 is the count. 1 out here, top of the 5th. Bulldogs lead 1-0, but Indians are definitely threatening with runners at first and third. There's a good pitch, fouled off. Two and 1 to count. That pitch called, strike 2. So 2-2 the count. Caden doing a good job coming back after she was down 2-0 on Ortiz. Wind in the pitch. Swung on and missed for the second out. Throw down to first, not in time. So Ortiz goes down swinging for second out. That was huge. That was really big for the Lady Bulldogs. Good strikeout by Apodaca. And that brings up Silva. And she reached by way of an error in the first, and then she walked her last time up. There's called strike 1. So with runners at first and third, now with 2 outs, Bulldogs can get that force at first or second. It's big swing and a miss for strike 2. Or a strikeout will work too. That's true. 0-2 the count to Silva. Bats in that third spot for the Indians. Wind in the pitch. Fouled that one off. Good pitch by Apodaca. It's a good job of fighting that off by Silva. Infield playing regular depth. Outfield playing regular also. High. 1-2 the count. Again, defensively for the Bulldogs, you got Whitmire behind the plate. Rodriguez at third, Luan at short, Leslie Molina at second, Marquez at first, Fuentes in left, Janae Molina in center, and Tessa Yates in right. 1-2 pitch. Oh, almost got her, but she checked her swing on that low inside pitch. Missed one. So 2-2 is the count. Apodaca comes right at her, and she does a good job of fouling off that good pitch again. Silva doing a good job of hanging in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Bulldogs lead 1-0. But Indians have runners at first and third. 2-2 pitch. Inside, bounces off of Whitmire again. Sice didn't go. Yeah, I don't know why she didn't, but so it's going to be a full count now. I mean, the Bulldogs do have a base to give, but you just don't want to do it here. It's the number 4 hitters coming up in Tovar. So the full count pitch from Caden. Swing, it bouncer to third. Rodriguez gets it for the Bulldogs, throws across to Marquez, and that's the third out of the inning. I have no hits, no. So after the top of the 5th inning, Bulldogs lead 1-0. Indians leave 2 on base, but none of them cross the plate. So we'll be back with the bottom of the 5th after these messages.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2660.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, welcome back, folks. We are back here on air and going to the bottom of the 5th inning as the Lady Bulldogs lead 1-0 off a home run by Caden Apodaca in the bottom of the 4th. So pitcher's duel right now as coming up to bat for the Indians, actually for the Lady Bulldogs. I got to switch my book over. We got to talking. I got to figure out who do you have coming up, Kevin? Okay, that's what I have. I just saw number 7. I was going, what is numbers? Threw me. So Tessa Yates coming up to bat for the Lady Bulldogs to start off the bottom of the 5th. That'll be Leslie Molina on deck. Ariana Montoya in the hole. Been a good game here tonight. Pitcher's duel. Scores 1-0. In the circle for, is that a different? Yeah, that's Bella. Okay. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts on the night of the Lady Bulldogs. And there's only been one. She's only given up 1 hit, and that was the home run. The Bulldogs had 1 walk. Yeah, they had 2. They had 2 walks, 2 base runners, which never got past first base until that home run. So done a good job tonight in that circle is Bella Sice.
It's the right fielder, number 12, Tessa Yates.
So Tessa coming in tonight, senior for the Lady Bulldogs. She's batting .091, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 double this year. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So 0-1 the count to Tessa. Inside for ball. Tessa struck out her first time up to bat in the 2nd inning. That ball bounces in there for, that pitch bounces in there for ball 2. 2-1 the count. That pitch is called. Strike 2. Tessa steps back in. Sice quickly goes to work. There's a shot to right center field. It's going to bounce and go to the fence. Tessa rounds first, is going into second. And she has a double to start off the bottom of the 5th inning. So good job by Tessa. She was in a 2-2 count. And then hit a line drive between center and right field. That one hopped the fence. Now to bring up Leslie Molina. Leslie popped out to the second baseman, Tellez, her first time up to bat. There's a foul ball. Out of play on the right side. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Inside. Good job by Tovar behind the plate. She slid over to stay in front of that pitch. 1-1 the count. Called strike 2 on that inside corner. Sice moving her pitches around tonight. She's hit the inside corner and outside. Had some high and low pitches that have been called strikes. 1-2 the count. Swing, grounder to third base. Dominguez not able to make that play. So Molina's going to reach on the air. That moved Yates down to second. So now we got Molina on first, Yates on second, and that brings up Montoya. The number 9 hitter, she struck out looking her first time up. Montoya is a senior for the Bullets. Squares around the bunt, pops it up in the air, but it comes back to the net. Boy, that looked dangerous there for a second. Looked like it might be where Tovar could get to it. But that puts the count at 0-1. Just get that down on the ground, trying to get these 2 runners to second and third with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And the top of your order coming up. Lujan's on deck and Katrin Marquez in the hole for the ball. Again, squares around the bunt, pulls it back and lets that go as it's inside. Count goes to 1-1. So 1-1. See if she squares around the bunt again. She does. Puts it down the good this time. Picked up by Sice. Has to go to first base with it. They do get the out, but it does move the runners. So fielder's choice. And now to bring up Michaela Lujan with runners at second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and Lady Bulldogs leading 1-0. Lujan comes in tonight batting .389, 7 runs, 7 hits, and 5 RBIs, so she can pick up 2 more right here. Swing, and there it is. Shot to center field. That's leap. And it bound. 1 helps the fence. 1 run scores. Tessa coming around. Well, and another run will score. So 2-run double by Montoya. As Yates and Molina came around to score. And now to bring up Katrin Marquez. As Lujan didn't waste any time at all taking that first pitch deep. Yeah, 3-0 is the score now. Swing by Marquez and a miss for strike 1. So that double, again, Yates scored, Molina scored. And Lujan's at second now. 1 out here. Bottom of the 5th. That pitch is outside. One pitch. High, gets past the pitcher. Moving on down to third is Lujan. Count goes to 2-1. The wind and the pitch called. Strike 2. Wasn't what she was looking for. Now Marquez will protect that plate with a 2-2 count. Put that ball in play. Runner at third base. Swing and pops it up high on the right side. Dominguez able to try to make a play, and she's unable. Hit her glove and popped out of it. No, you can't. No. So Marquez will live for another pitch here. Count remains 2-2. Apodaca on deck for the Bulldogs. Rodriguez in the hole. High and outside. Full count. Marquez walked her first time up at bat and struck out her second time. This is her